In the United States, we have a powerful idea called birthright citizenship. This concept is woven into the very fabric of our nation, shaping not only our laws but also our sense of who we are as a people. It is a principle that sets America apart from many other countries around the world, and it has played a crucial role in building the diverse society we know today. Birthright citizenship means that if you are born on American soil, you are automatically a citizen, no matter who your parents are or where they come from. It doesn't matter if your family arrived yesterday or centuries ago, your place of birth grants you the same rights and responsibilities as any other American. This principle is a fundamental part of what it means to be American. It reflects our nation's commitment to equality and fairness, ensuring that everyone born here is welcomed as a full member of society from their very first breath. It guarantees equal rights and opportunities to everyone born here, regardless of their background, ethnicity, or the circumstances of their parents. This promise of equality is what has drawn people to America for generations, inspiring hope and ambition in families from all over the world. It doesn't matter if your family just arrived or has been here for generations. The promise of birthright citizenship means that every child born on American soil starts life with the same rights, the same protections, and the same opportunities to pursue their dreams. If you're born in the United States, you're a citizen. This simple but profound rule is enshrined in the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, a testament to our nation's belief in fairness and inclusion. This concept is important because it ensures that everyone born here has a fair chance to succeed. It means that children can go to school, grow up with a sense of belonging, and participate fully in American life, no matter their family's story. They have the same rights and protections under the law as anyone else born in the United States. This includes the right to education, the right to work, and the right to be treated equally in the eyes of the law. This principle has helped to create a diverse and dynamic nation, welcoming people from all walks of life. It has allowed America to become a place where people of different cultures, languages, and traditions can come together and build a shared future. Birthright citizenship also prevents the creation of a permanent underclass in America. By granting citizenship to all born here, we ensure that no child grows up as a stranger in the only country they've ever known. Without it, children born to immigrant parents, even if those parents are here legally, could face a future without citizenship. They might be denied the chance to fully participate in society, to vote, to work, or to feel truly at home. They might not have access to the same opportunities as their classmates and neighbors. This could lead to feelings of isolation, uncertainty, and a lack of hope for the future. For over a century, birthright citizenship has been a cornerstone of American identity. It has welcomed millions of people into the American family, helping to shape our nation into a beacon of hope and opportunity. It is a powerful symbol of inclusion and opportunity, reminding us that America is a place where anyone can belong, no matter their background or the journey that brought them here. However, this fundamental right is now facing a significant challenge. As debates continue about who should be included in the American story, birthright citizenship stands as a reminder of our nation's highest ideals and the ongoing struggle to live up to them. In the year 2025, the United States Supreme Court is preparing to hear a landmark case, one that could fundamentally reshape the very definition of American citizenship as we know it. The eyes of the nation, and indeed the world, are fixed on the highest court in the land as it prepares to weigh in on a question that strikes at the heart of the American identity. At the center of this legal battle is the long-standing principle of birthright citizenship, a doctrine enshrined in the 14th Amendment for over 150 years. The outcome of this case could drastically alter who is entitled to call themselves an American from the moment they are born. The origins of this case can be traced back to a highly controversial policy introduced by former President Donald Trump during his time in office. His administration's stance on immigration was often headline news, but this particular policy ignited a firestorm of debate across the country. In 2018, President Trump announced his intention to restrict birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to parents who were neither citizens nor legal permanent residents. The policy was presented as an executive order, bypassing Congress and immediately drawing both support and outrage. Trump and his supporters argued that such a move was necessary to address what they described as birth tourism, the practice of foreign nationals traveling to the United States specifically to give birth, thereby securing American citizenship for their children. They claimed this loophole was being exploited and that it undermined the integrity of U.S. immigration laws. The proposal, however, was met with immediate and fierce opposition. Civil rights groups, legal scholars, and immigrant advocates quickly mobilized, filing lawsuits and organizing protests. The policy was challenged in multiple courts, with critics arguing that it was not only unconstitutional, but also fundamentally un-American. At the heart of the controversy is the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Ratified in 1868, it states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States. Critics of the Trump policy argue that this language is clear and unequivocal, leaving no room for reinterpretation or restriction based on the immigration status of a child's parents. Supporters of birthright citizenship maintain that this constitutional guarantee has been a cornerstone of American values, ensuring that anyone born on U.S. soil is granted the same rights and opportunities regardless of their parents' origins. As the Supreme Court prepares to hear arguments, the nation awaits a decision that could redefine what it means to be an American for generations to come. At the heart of the debate over birthright citizenship lies the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified in 1868. This pivotal amendment stands as a cornerstone of American civil rights, representing a turning point in the nation's history. Its adoption marked a profound shift in the legal and moral landscape of the United States, coming at a time when the country was struggling to heal from the wounds of the Civil War and redefine the meaning of freedom and equality. This amendment, adopted in the aftermath of the Civil War, was primarily aimed at guaranteeing citizenship and equal rights to formerly enslaved African Americans. The nation was grappling with the immense challenge of integrating millions of newly freed individuals into the fabric of American society. Lawmakers sought to ensure that the rights of citizenship could not be denied on the basis of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. The 14th Amendment was a direct response to the injustices of slavery and the black codes that sought to limit the freedoms of African Americans in the South. The Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment states, "All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside." These words, carefully chosen and debated by lawmakers of the era, were intended to create a clear and inclusive definition of citizenship. The clause was designed to prevent states from denying citizenship to anyone born on American soil, regardless of their background. This clause has been interpreted by legal scholars and courts for over a century as guaranteeing birthright citizenship to everyone born on United States soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. The Supreme Court, in landmark cases such as United States v. Wong Kim Ark in 1898, affirmed that the 14th Amendment grants citizenship to nearly all individuals born in the country. This interpretation has become a foundational principle of American law, shaping the lives of millions and reinforcing the idea that the United States is a nation of immigrants. Proponents of birthright citizenship argue that the language of the 14th Amendment is clear and unambiguous. They maintain that the framers intended to create a broad and inclusive definition of citizenship, one that would not be subject to the prejudices or political whims of future generations. For them, the amendment is a promise, a guarantee that anyone born in the United States, regardless of their parents' origins, is entitled to the full rights and protections of citizenship. They point to the phrase "all persons born" in the United States, emphasizing the inclusivity of the language. This phrase, they argue, leaves little room for exceptions or exclusions. It reflects the nation's commitment to equality and the belief that birth on American soil is the defining factor for citizenship. Supporters often highlight the amendment's role in fostering a sense of belonging and unity among the nation's diverse population. They argue that the framers of the amendment deliberately chose these words to ensure that no one born in the United States could be denied citizenship based on their parentage or ancestry. The debates in Congress at the time reveal a clear intent to break from the exclusionary practices of the past and to establish a new, more inclusive standard for American citizenship. For many, this principle is not just a legal technicality, but a reflection of the nation's highest ideals. However, opponents of birthright citizenship, including those who support Trump's policy, argue that the 14th Amendment was never intended to grant citizenship to children of undocumented immigrants. They contend that the context of the amendment's passage was focused on the specific issue of formerly enslaved people, not on future waves of immigration. In their view, extending citizenship to the children of those who entered the country illegally undermines the rule of law and encourages further unauthorized immigration. They point to the phrase, "subject to the jurisdiction thereof," arguing that it was meant to exclude children born to foreign diplomats and invading armies, who were not subject to United States law in the same way as citizens and legal residents. This interpretation, they say, supports a more limited view of birthright citizenship, one that aligns with the original intent of the amendment's framers. The debate over the meaning and scope of the 14th Amendment continues to shape American society, reflecting deeper questions about identity, belonging, and the nation's promise to its people. Following the announcement of Trump's policy, multiple legal challenges were filed across the country, arguing that it directly contradicted the 14th Amendment and was therefore unconstitutional. Federal judges in several states agreed with the challengers and issued nationwide injunctions blocking the Trump administration from implementing the policy. The Department of Justice, under the Trump administration, appealed these rulings, arguing that the president had broad authority to set immigration policy and that the 14th Amendment did not prevent him from restricting birthright citizenship. The DOJ also contended that a single federal judge should not have the power to block a presidential action nationwide. However, appellate courts upheld the lower court injunctions, finding that the Trump administration's interpretation of the 14th Amendment was flawed and that the policy likely violated the Constitution. These rulings set the stage for a showdown in the Supreme Court, with the future of birthright citizenship hanging in the balance. The Supreme Court's decision in this case has the potential to reshape the very fabric of American society and determine the future of millions of people. The court is tasked with answering a fundamental question: does the 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship apply to children born in the United States to parents who are not citizens or legal residents? This is not merely a legal question, it is a question about the very soul of America. It's about who we are as a nation and what we stand for. The court's decision will have far-reaching implications for generations to come. The justices must weigh the original intent of the 14th Amendment against the evolving understanding of citizenship in the 21st century. They must consider the rights of immigrants and their children, alongside concerns about national sovereignty and border security. Their decision will have a profound impact on the lives of millions of people and the future of the American experiment.